This is a new video that just started circulating of what people are calling an attack helicopter outfitted with a machine gun. They contend that the reason for the long reload time and the different sound levels from each burst is due to the time it took the helicopter to traverse behind the buildings, as you can hear in this audio.
Yeah, it does. It sounds like automatic gunfire. Now it sounds like it's coming from farther away.
In this age of governmental deception and agenda pushing, it can be downright deadly not to keep an open mind, question everything, and unearth every possibility. Based on multiple examples of past governmental deception, being gullible and believing the lone gunman official story is just plain stupid. Now, there is an actual business based in Las Vegas called GunshipHelicopters.com. This is their website. I am not saying that this business or the people in this business had any part in what happened in Las Vegas on October 1st. The purpose of this video is to consider the technology. I only mention this business to inform people who may not know that there is such a thing as a non-military gunship. I'll leave a link to GunshipHelicopters.com so you can check this out for yourself. The videos I'm showing you right here gives you a visual idea of what they're all about and what they can offer their paying clients. On their website, they say, call to book your gunship shooting experience. Live out your black ops or first-person shooter video game fantasies in the only gunship helicopter shooting range in Las Vegas. Experience an open-door, low-flying helicopter tour over our 71-acre private shooting range through the Mojave Desert. Choose a belt-fed M249S or an AR-15 semi-automatic assault rifle. Book your once-in-a-lifetime Las Vegas shooting experience now and cross it off your bucket list. They further state, Gunship Helicopters are industry pioneers, the first, only, and exclusive Las Vegas establishment offering a true helicopter door gunner experience to the general public. Once in control of an M249 SAW or AR-15, you're cleared to open fire on multiple rounds of AR-500 reactive steel targets, all while listening to Vietnam-era classic rock music. Under the Gunship Experience tab in the weapons category, they say, the AR-15 is a highly effective automatic weapon designed for the anti-personnel role at a range of 800 meters or about 874 yards, and is an analog weapon to the world-famous AK-47 rifle. Burst firing has a range of 500 meters or 546 yards. Skilled marksmen can hit targets in the single fire mode up to 700 meters. The bullet has a lethal range of 1,350 meters. M249 SAW light machine guns have seen action in every major conflict involving the United States since the U.S. invasion of Panama in 1989. The SAW has an effective range of 700 meters and a maximum range of 3,600 meters. The M249 provides accuracy approaching that of a rifle, combined with the sustained volume of fire of a machine gun. Now guys, flight logs are usually generated when a helicopter or plane takes to the air. So it'd be really interesting to see if they could produce their flight logs from around September 29th through October 2nd. But one of my questions about the helicopter shooting theory is, it seems like a large amount of people would be reporting helicopter sounds overhead between shots fired. As I said in a previous video, this military-grade quad-rotor machine gun is also a consideration. Seems like the noise output on this weapon would be far less, allowing it to be far less likely to be detected by people on the ground. I'm just not sure what kind of range it would have or how much ammunition it could hold. Leave your thoughts on this video of a supposed helicopter and maybe give your take on the location of other possible shooters. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like and share it with others. If you're new...
100% more than one shooter. every other person that I've talked to that did get, unfortunately, hit as well have all said the same things.
They know that there was multiple shooters.
Sounded like there were a dozen shooters.
The New York Excalibur shooting was right outside. It wasn't inside. It was outside. We saw the muzzle flashes.
If anybody has any questions as far as what they're saying on TV and what is actually going on, here's the proof. We called the police station and we also called the news to let them know. Like I said, I don't know what happened at the other hotels. All I know is what happened here at the Bellagio.
She saw the muzzle flashes from very up close. And we don't like talking about it. It's not something to take very lightly. A lot of people don't believe that we saw the things that we saw. They think that we were like I'm Superman and I was everywhere at one place, and that's not true. I'm just saying that Tropicana shootings we heard, and the New York Excalibur, I'm not sure which one it really was, but it came from that direction because it's across the street from the parking structure at Tropicana.
And all of a sudden we hear the little whizzing going by us, and the bullets are just flying by. And when something's coming up and down, or at least from a different angle, they're either going to hit the ground, they're going to, a lot of different things are going to happen. When someone's shooting from a straight horizontal line, it's just going to keep flying. As soon as we heard a little break in it, we knew we had to keep running.
The fact that the police weren't moving on anything tells me that they felt like there were multiple shooters, because they were all down behind that masonry wall about 30 yards in front of us where we were towards the strip. They were that 5-foot masonry wall ran down. It was one of the dividers on the entrance to the concert. I'm waiting for somebody to come through that entrance because it sounds like they're on the ground.
Crazy. There's a shooter in Planet Hollywood right now.
And after much debate, I've decided to make this video. The reason why I'm making this video is to give everyone my eyewitness account of what happened down at Planet Hollywood.
We heard the gunfires approaching where we were. They just started getting closer and closer and louder and louder. And I knew we were getting gunshots that were closer to us than where they originally started, and that's when we knew we had to run.
All I know is that the burst of shots were very quick, and they didn't last long. They were not 15 seconds long like the Mandalay Bay shooter was. They were very short bursts, and it was almost as if they just wanted to get a few shots in and then quickly get out.
Now it sounds like it's coming from farther away. I hear gunfire over the sound of the casino, which is, a lot of bells and whistles because machines going off or whatever. There was music playing and people talking, so it was, an elevated amount of noise in the casino, and yet I still heard these gunshots.
We heard shots coming from like Hooters, MGM area over there. There was shots coming from over there, and there were shots going from Mandalay Bay.
More gunfire, much closer. I would estimate it had to be within a half block of where I was.
And you guys said that there were multiple shots fired.
We were the furthest VIP stages away from Mandalay Bay, and they were ricocheting everywhere where we were. So they were firing from somewhere high, and they were unloading clip after clip after clip after clip.
People were seeing their shots at Bellagio. I wasn't there, I can't tell you, but I was at Tropicana, and I did hear those shots, and we ran out to the day pool area, and we hid in the cabanas for 30 minutes.
So there was a shooter, you believe?
Multiple shooters.
It
has to be.
The thing that's really shocking to me is that there are hundreds, if not thousands of us who know it.
There was also shooting going on inside of the Mandalay Bay. So a little bit later, I got on Periscope and started broadcasting. I had a little over 10,000 viewers watching, and I was down there while it was evacuated, and there was nobody out there. The front desk was gone. It was totally like a ghost town. And we actually met up with these other guys who were also looking, trying to find some information, and we met up with these security guards and police officers, who asked us what we were doing and told us to run away, and we heard gunshots from around the corner. We were in the Delano, right next to a walkway that connects the Mandalay Bay at the Delano, and we heard gunshots from right out that hallway, so we think that the police were dealing with the shooter while we were down there.
It sounded like machine guns. It sounded like more than one machine gun, and it just didn't stop, like 30 minutes.
I don't like the fact that it was being reported one way. We were trying to make all kinds of phone calls because when I heard the gunfire, and I've never heard anything like that, and I never in my life thought I'd ever be in anything like that. And now they were saying no, that nothing happened at the other hotels. Like I said, I don't know what happened at the other hotels, but I do know what happened at this one, and I know that my husband, right here, jumped on top of me, and I was holding on to another lady because she was scared to death crying.
Because we were kind of in a line of fire running north toward Luxor, and the police officers were saying, go get in this room, and then, you know, I felt like there were like these 6 young, I don't know, they must have been like 20, I don't know, in their early 20s, and they were crying, they were on their knees. I got the thought of Orlando, you know, being kind of held captive in there. I didn't want to die inside this little room.
When people get shot around you, you can hear it. You can hear when the bullets actually make contact with the body. And that is a very, 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 it's very hard to hear. You don't want to hear that. You can hear when the bullets don't hit, and you can hear when the bullets do. And I heard more bullets hitting than didn't.
They kept coming. That's the thing. It wasn't that, okay, let's all leave and now it's okay. No. We all started running and they came in. That's why there's no humanly possible way that guy, that was the only shooter. And it's definitely someone on the ground.
I'm listening to the chatter on the security guards two-way radios, okay? And I'm listening to the police stream that I also downloaded off of YouTube, so it was the very same one. So I'm hearing shots fired here, shots fired there. I'm hearing the chatter that's going on between the security guards.
Control 656, I'm still on CTAX channel. Do we have a 458 in New York? It originally came in say many subjects were down. There's one that came in at 23:06 hours, secondhand. There was a shooter at the front desk of New York.
Right outside the Mexico.
And there's approximately 150 subjects sheltered in place inside the kitchen area there. And 2 shots were fired inside casino floor. And there's several subjects down at New York, Zoomanity.
Whoever is responding to New York from the patrol side, I need somebody to get into the cameras to verify whether this is a diversion break.
We have a security officer also shot in the leg on the 32nd floor. He's standing by the elevator. It sounds like it's confirmed there are at least 2 shooters with fully automatic weapons.
Control 863, over by the Motel 6 by Tropicana.
Okay, now I'm getting information of an active shooter at Tropicana.
Has advised bomb squad to deal with the issue over there at Luxor, reference the 445 device. And I've got FBI SWAT, Henderson SWAT, and North Las Vegas SWAT en route to our staging area.
It is be advised now there's an active shooter at the Tropicana,
And there were 3 bursts. 3 bursts inside the Tropicana casino. People who were there inside will tell you that there was that, and that happened, and it was confirmed via those people that were in there.
The hotel is on lockdown. And I know, like I said, I couldn't get close enough to film the front doors with all the glass and everything all over, but I'm sure that's why they're not letting anybody out, because of the bullets that were probably in the lobby and the glass that was all over. So I hope this helped to clear some stuff up for people, just in case you might want to know what's really going on here. And I hope that the news does get it straight. When people are saying that there's no proof that these other shots fired happened, I say BS, because I heard panicked people on the phone trying to instruct their loved ones to just stay cool or run or do whatever. And everybody who was talking sincerely knew or thought they knew that their lives were potentially in danger.
Yeah, I was just asking if you guys are discounting rooms because none of us could really get there, and most of us didn't really sleep because of all the gunfire and all the happenings here last night. And she looked right at us and she said, there was no gunfire outside the Bellagio Hotel last night. Just like that.
It's like it's scary. Isn't it like the Twilight Zone? That is chilling.
Vegas survivor. This is an Infowars.com article. Vegas survivor who died suddenly had planned an organization to expose the cover-up. She was going to create an organization of survivors. Coming up, ladies and gentlemen, Gerald Celente is going to be joining us for the balance of the transmission, or 54 minutes. And I intend towards the end of the hour to also open the phones up so folks can talk to him. The globalists have tried to launch a culture war. It's failing. They're now trying to launch one in England, saying that their government and their history is evil. They are trying to cover up the mass shooting that happened 2.5 weeks ago. That's fully imploding. Just everything the globalists do turns to pure garbage now. And on top of that, now Trump has come out and called Mueller a liar. Mueller was the bagman for uranium. Mueller killed criminal investigations of the FBI into Hillary, not just transferring uranium, but also weapons components when she was the head of the State Department. I mean, we've already known this, but to see everything we broke a year ago, with even more info come out, and to see the day after Hannity covered it, Senator Grassley talking about it, and Sessions saying that, yes, there is a criminal investigation of Hillary. Wow, how the worm has turned. But right now, in the few minutes we have left in this short segment, let's go ahead and go to this article. Vegas survivor. This is an Infowars.com article. Vegas survivor who died suddenly had planned an organization to expose the cover-up. She was going to create an organization of survivors who were going to expose what they really saw. Well, the video survives. The videos the FBI didn't get and then erase off people's phones. Then you got the timeline changing 5 or 6 times. You've got video of shooters down the road and eyewitnesses to it, and all the military experts, including military experts that testify in court, munitions experts, acoustics experts, clearly shooters at Mandalay, inside and out. We first broke that. Clearly shooters, other areas, not just at Mandalay, but at other casinos. A woman who died days after surviving the ill-fated October 1st Country Music Festival in Las Vegas, she lived there, perfect time to get to her, wanted to organize a survivors group, in order to flesh out the strange event. Ooh, they didn't want that because they had credibility and they had standing in court. Facebook conversations reveal. We've got screenshots of all of them on Infowars.com. By the way, the FBI erased those as well. Kimberly Schomel, 28, died suddenly on October 9th at her Apple Valley, California residence. She also lived in Vegas part of the time. 5 days after posting her version of events to Facebook. The days following the massacre, friends reached out to Schomel over October 4th post in which she described someone setting off firecrackers near the venue and detailed being chased by numerous people, concluding at one point there was more than one gun firing, 100%. More than one. And, of course, we had witnesses saying they were told to get out. You're going to be dead in 45 minutes. Then 45 minutes later, the shooting starts. And people inside Mandalay saying that there had been people shooting inside. That later came out, too. Everything the people told us, everything our FBI sources told us is coming true. And you've got a protege of Mueller, who was then appointed to head up Vegas by Comey right before he left. And we've got federal sources saying this guy is as bad as the day is long. One longtime friend of Schomel's, who asked to remain anonymous, provided Infowars with screenshots of a conversation he'd had with her in which she indicated planning to organize a group of survivors in order to piece together things. That's Infowars.com, a Don Salazar article breaking it all down. You can read her last photos and last words. She wanted you to investigate. Will you investigate? You can share my comment for sure, she wanted to say to everybody. They wanted to organize a group to find out the truth. Others have been dying suddenly who weren't even shot as well. So they were planning to blame this on the Second Amendment. All our intel says it's an ISIS attack. We've got British intelligence head coming out and saying they're seeing exponential Islamic attacks. Well, yeah, you bring in record numbers of unvetted military-age men who invaded Syria into your countries, you're going to get attacked. The government's answer is, of course, take all of our rights. That makes it a false flag. They brought in the groups they knew would attack. Gerald Celente, the trends forecaster, straight ahead.
In ancient times, man roamed the earth in a constant state of hunting or being hunted. Introducing Caveman, where cutting-edge science meets ancient super nutrients. Secure your bottle right now at InfoWars Store.